Hey, what's up everybody? Maniacs here with Community Hunters, and today I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to get the Head in the Cloud achievement for Assassin's Creed 3. And this achievement requires you to find all pivots and sync the animus to the cloud. Now, after I beat the game, I went back to Boston, and it brought up this little tutorial thing talking about the pivots. I had no idea what it said because it literally was like 30 seconds, and I was like, okay, you're done, you get how to use it. And I had no idea what I was doing. Now, these are the little pivot things right here. After you find them, you go into this menu that I just brought up, and these are what the pivots look like. There's nothing there. Now, what it is every area for the game besides the homestead, like the Frontier, New York, and Boston, there's these little glowing things called pivots. And when you pick one up, it adds an extra pivot to your inventory so you can use more of them. Now, when I went to Boston, I started out with 2. And what you need to do is you need to place those in areas on the map and try to triangulate into a smaller area as to where a pivot is. So as you saw there, I came to the Frontier and I placed that one pivot where I was standing. That's the only way you can do it. So basically, when you go into the pivot map right there, as I just did, and you click where Connor is standing, like I just did right there, it'll put a pivot down. Now, it started out as the whole map was green. I fast traveled to the center of the Frontier, and I placed another one there, and bam, it cut the area in half, which means it's on the left side. The whole area in green is possibly where the thing could be. It doesn't tell you where. So I'm not going to be able to show you where all of them are. I should have done a guide on this, but I didn't. I would not be surprised if maybe Jack and Michael did a guide on this because this is pretty complex. But my strategy is to run into the center of the area that's all lit up in green, as I did just right there. I'm not the dead center, but towards the middle, and then place another pivot there, and then it'll triangulate the little green area into a smaller area. Now, like I said before, I didn't get this mission until this, it's not even a mission. I didn't get this until after I beat the game, so hopefully you've gone through and unlocked all the forts and liberated all the forts and stuff, because that means you can fast travel to them, which makes it a lot easier. So, as you see there, the area keeps getting smaller and smaller every time you pick up a pivot. Now, I recommend going and doing the Boston and then New York and then the Frontier, because Boston and New York have a lot more fast travel stations than the Frontier does. Otherwise, you're just going to be running a lot. I took out a lot of the running. This whole video was like 10 minutes long until I cut it down to, I took out all the running. So basically, you just got to keep triangulating the area. It's really frustrating. I don't know why they did it this way, or if they did it, they should have made it a little more user-friendly. Like, maybe gave you a couple extra pivots, because like I said, you only start out with 2, and you have to find more. The more pivots you find, the more pivots you can use to triangulate harder areas to find. Now, as you can see here, I only used like 4 of them, and I finally cut the area down into this little small area. Now, as you can see there on my minimap, it shows this little box, and that's actually the pivot that I'm trying to find. Now, for some reason, it doesn't show up on the large map. I don't know why they didn't do that. That would have been nice. Or it doesn't show up on the pivot map. I don't know why, but it's in the green area. Bam, I picked that up. That's the last one I needed. I know I didn't show an entire guide, but I'm just giving you some tips on how to do it. And once you find all of them, go back into the pivot menu, and you want to click the right button like you're going to look at the pivots, and this little sequence will come up like a loading screen. And basically, I think it's Desmond talking in the background. He's talking about the animus syncing to the cloud. I don't know why it does it. Eventually it'll load, it'll say your gamer tag, and then you press any button and it will actually sync your gamer tag to the animus cloud, whatever. I don't know if this actually does that. It's just part of the game. But once you do that, you get the achievement Head in the Cloud, 20 gamer score. And like I said, just run to the middle of the green area, place a pivot down, and keep getting the area smaller and smaller. I hope these tips help. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check back with Hunter for more on Assassin's Creed 3.